Live from all over this beautiful land, this is the Testosterone Zone with Noel, Keith, and Steve. Take it, boys!
Welcome, everybody, to episode 62. This is the Testosterone Podcast. My name is Noel. I'm here with Steve and Keith. Hello, dudes.
Hello, and
howdy.
So good to talk to you guys. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's great to be
all
back.
had a little bit of life. Yeah, we had a little bit of life getting our way the last few weeks. So
dust off your microphone.
What's up with that anyway?
It happens, man. It just does. And jobs, family, you name it, man. It just gets in the way.
This time of year, there's just chaos. It seems like.
Yeah, into school, and it's just crazy. And top of that, work for me at least has been just crazy.
Mine too.
Yeah,
mine too.
Likewise. Hey, next year, are all of y'all's kids going to be in high school?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Y'all's year is about to get crazier next year.
Well, so yours were already in high school, weren't they, Noel?
One, my daughter was.
Okay.
Next year, both of them.
Okay, so all of them will be. Wow, yeah, boy, hang on for the ride, man.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of, I saw a picture of your son, Keith. He is grown up, man.
I'm telling you, it was funny. I saw first day of school and last day of school picture today, and I'm like, holy cow! It's amazing what just a short period of time will change somebody. But yeah, he's gotten bigger, man. He's a good guy. The good thing about it is, he might be a teenager, but he's a good duck. So I'm good. I'm thankful.
That's great.
So good person, and has surrounded himself with some good friends. It kind of reminds me of us, honestly. So it's a good group of kids he hangs out with. So I'm very pleased.
Yeah, awesome.
So
that's good, man.
Yeah, but I mean, y'all too.
Awesome.
I've seen pictures of yours, Noel. I'm like, what happened from that cruise a couple of years ago? I mean,
I know. My son's grown about 9 feet since the last time he saw him. So
he should be able to run real fast.
No kidding. Yeah. Because he's got 9
feet, right? Yeah.
Good there. Took me a second.
Sorry.
You should see our dog. Our dog's really gotten big. Nice and grown up now. He's 15. He drives next year.
Really?
So.
I mean,
so proud.
If he's 15, he's got to have a learner's permit by now.
Yeah, absolutely. He drove us to the grocery store the other day, and he's really very cautious.
I'll tell you, the one that you got to worry about is the parallel barking.
Yes. Yes. Nice.
That was funny. It's not time to tell jokes. We talk about that's at the end.
So I was just getting warmed up a little.
So
I know how my jokes usually go, so I've got to warm up.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, well, nice start then.
Parallel parking.
So I was telling Noah, I'm actually watching some storm chasers chase after a tornado, and looks like it's the northeast corner of the Panhandle in Texas, and it looks just terrifying because you can sort of see the tornado, but it's almost pitch black out there. So you see like the just crazy winds, and they're driving on a dirt road and all that good stuff. So, man, crazy time for weather in Texas right now. And speaking of severe weather, we have a quick update for this Memorial Day weekend from Storm Surge 7 Chief Meteorologist Steve Hirsch.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, there's going to be kind of a busy severe weather weekend, we think, probably more so across West Texas and probably West Central Texas. I would say from about Abilene off toward the west this Memorial Day weekend. If you're going to be camping out in those areas, you really just kind of need to be weather aware. That means making sure that you have a way to get severe weather information, whether that's on your phone or local TV station, radio station, however, just have that device with you just in case something happens. But specifically related to camping, you can do a lot just by keeping an eye on the sky. If you hear thunder, you're too close to that storm, you need to get inside some type of car. That's a great place to be during just a regular thunderstorm. Because if lightning hits the car, truck, it will go around the outside of the vehicle, into the tires, and into the ground, and you'll be fine as long as you're not touching anything metal in the car. An RV or camper is not a good place to be during a thunderstorm because high winds can blow that over, obviously. If you're in some type of state park, try to get to some type of shelter. Most of them have cabins or bathrooms or someplace like that. That'd be a good place to go during a storm. One thing I would suggest is not camping near a dry lake bed or a creek bed. You may think everything's fine, but sometimes there can be a severe thunderstorm miles away that produces a tremendous amount of rain that then rushes down that dry creek bed, and then you've got yourself a big problem. Remember that flooding is the biggest killer, not tornadoes or lightning or hail. It is flash flooding. And when people are outdoors a lot, Memorial Day weekend, 4th of July, Labor Day, the three big outdoor the different type of holidays that we have, really need to be careful and kind of take these tips to heart, because Memorial Day for at least West Texas is really the most severe time of the year. That's when we have the greatest amount of severe weather. So statewide, we've had a lot of rain, but it looks like, again, from about Abilene to, let's say, San Angelo West is where the storms are going to be the most active during the afternoon, evening, nighttime, and early morning hours, not so much during the morning or early part of the afternoon. But just be weather aware, be safe, have a great time, and certainly appreciate y'all having me on today.
Awesome. Thanks, Steve.
That's cool.
Yeah. So speaking of Memorial Day, what do y'all got going on?
I'm going to we're at a lake house up at Lake Conroe this weekend.
Nice.
And so we're going to go up there Saturday morning. It's a tradition. We go out and go fishing on Memorial Day weekend, and we've been doing it for years. And so we're going up there and fishing Saturday morning, and then we're going to stay at the lake house for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and have a fish fry up there on Sunday. So
is this a traditional lake house that you usually go to, or is this something new?
The lake house part is new. The fishing is tradition. So we're just sort of adding a new lake house thing to it. So we don't own one. We're just renting one this weekend. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
That'll be a good time. Steve, what do you got going on?
Memorial Day weekend for retail. Those of us in the retail world is typically a pretty busy time for us. So I'll probably work most of it. The weather is actually supposed to be real rainy up here this weekend. So I don't know that a lot of outdoor activities will happen, but I did buy some ribs. I like to fire up the smoker on Sunday if weather allows, but that's really it. We'll just watch some shows, hang out, listen to some patriotic music. Who knows?
Very cool.
I think you should break out the trombone and make your
own.
There
you go.
Yeah. I would be so embarrassed to try that right now. Oh my gosh.
If I can make a sound come out, even.
I know. I'm wondering if I could even get something to happen.
I tried. I've played on trumpet, and it's like I have the stamina. I have no stamina whatsoever. Like I can play like a few notes, and then I'm wiped out. Like I can't play anymore. So
I know that's the way I would be too. I'm even too chicken to try. I've got one in my closet. I should probably break it out and try it someday, but I'm just too embarrassed. Yeah. It's one of those things where you remember that you were okay at one point, and then you're doing it now. It's just so frustrating.
Yeah.
So, which is pretty much the story of everything in my life at this age, but that's okay.
I used to be really good
at anything, and
back in my day,
the only thing I'm better at now than before is sleeping.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I do that really well. So
what are y'all doing?
Yeah. So for my Memorial Day, we're doing we're kind of having a random deal. We're going to go see that Aladdin movie on Sunday, I think. So we'll see. Okay. We're a big Disney family, so it's fun.
Cool.
But you know what I think we're going to try to do on Saturday? We're going to try to do one of those escape rooms. Have you all done one of those?
Oh yeah. We've done one.
I have not.
Yeah. Cool? We didn't get it. Tell me about it.
Have you ever done it before, Steve?
No, I have not.
So we did it. We were in Phoenix, and we were just looking for something to do during spring break, and went and tried it. We did not make it out. We got paired with these 5 other people that we'd never met before. One of them had done had done several escape rooms, and so he was sort of the quasi leader because he kind of knew what to do. But I mean, you pretty much just get in there and you have to figure out everything. You have to figure out it's a physical puzzle that you have to solve. And they were giving us clues and stuff, but the clues were cryptic, and you had to kind of you just had to figure everything out. And we didn't figure it out fast enough, but it was cool. It was a lot of fun. We definitely
most of them have like a % success rate. What was that one? Do you remember?
I have no idea. Yeah, I think
we've seen some that are like 30% and 60%. I'm like, wow. Is there a 99%er that I could maybe start
really?
Warm up.
So what was the theme of yours?
It was trying to think of what it was. dinosaurs. It was a
Dinosaurs.
dinosaur. It was like a Jurassic Park kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it was really neat. But
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty unique, and there's actually a lot more around here than I thought there would be. I've seen that there's at least 4 or 5. So for a smaller town like this, I was kind of surprised.
Yeah. They're fun. They're fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Man, they're pricey though. Golly. I was thinking, I'm like,
cheap.
Dad gum. It's like, I don't know what else I could get for that kind of money, but it probably lasts more than an hour. But it'll be all right. It'll be all right. It'll be something fun. It's kind of one of those weekends where we weren't really sure who was going to be where and what was going on. And it just, we didn't have time to really plan a good Memorial Day. So we're like, let's make the most of it and see what happens. But hey, you know what? 3 days off. I ain't complaining. Exactly. I'm perfectly happy with that. So
no kidding, man. Yeah,
so it'll be fun. We've got a couple other guys that have decided that some things that they're going to be doing, and one of is our friend Jim. And so Jim he's really big hobby of RVing and looking all over the state. And so I asked him to just kind of share with us what he was going to do this weekend. And so this is what Jim had to say.
Hey y'all, this is Jim Dorton from Lubbock, Texas, home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Big 12 champions in baseball, basketball, and track for the 2018-2019 season. So I've been asked to talk with you guys for a minute about Memorial Day weekend. This year, we are planning on heading down to the Davis Mountains. After work today, I went and grabbed our 32-foot bumper pull trailer from storage, got it all, well, not all, but mostly all loaded up and ready to roll as soon as Amanda, my wife, gets out of school tomorrow. She's a teacher at Coronado High School, and she has half a day tomorrow. So as soon as she's done, we are out of here. Going to have a weekend of relaxation. Going to cook some great food. Hopefully go see the Marfa Lights, and definitely go to a star party at the McDonald Observatory. I want to thank all the veterans out there. Without you guys, we wouldn't have the freedoms we do to be able to do the things we do on a daily basis. We all appreciate you and wish everyone the best this weekend. Stay out of trouble and have fun.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds ominous.
Well, I tell you, he's really gotten into that hobby of RVing, and he's seen a lot of cool things. I like to watch where he goes, and he's got a heck of a setup too. We got to see his setup over at when we went to Mancation. Was that already last month? Holy cow!
It sure was.
And and so he's got a neat little setup, and really, it's kind of almost gotten me an itch to try to get one of those because they look like fun. So
yeah.
But Jim, you guys have a good trip, and have you all ever seen the Marfa Lights? Do you all know what this is?
I haven't. No.
Okay,
I'm aware of them.
Okay, so basically, between Alpine, Texas, and Marfa, there is a kind of an observation area, and what it basically is if you're in this, and I've never seen them. Okay. I've just heard about this, but if you look off in the distance, supposedly there are lights off in the distance that just kind of dance around, and no one has been able to really identify exactly what these lights are. So it's these mystery lights of Marfa, and they're world famous. There's people that come to check this out from all over the place. But I tell you that Alpine and Marfa and Fort Davis area is so much fun. He was talking about the star parties. In Fort Davis, there's the McDonald Observatory, and they have these things called the star parties where they bring out some of their telescopes and point it at the sky and kind of show you different things around there at night. And it's a lot of fun to go up to Davis Mountain State Park, camp out there, go watch a star party, and just go hang out. Marfa is a really artsy area. There's a lot of really rich people who have art studios down there from New York and all sorts of things. And so I think he's going to have a good time. I enjoyed it because that was my dad was in railroad. And so they would get a free pass to go on the Amtrak train. And so they lived in El Paso. And one of the things I love this area because one of the things that was fun was when I would be working, and I was in a sales job in my previous career, I guess, and part of my territory was Marfa and Alpine. And I would go down there and my parents would hop on the train, just get a free day pass in the chair car, and they would drive out to Alpine and stop at the Amtrak station there. And so I'd pick them up and we'd go have dinner after I was done working at the Riata restaurant there. And then we'd come back for the week. And then next time I had to go back down there, I'd drop them off on the train and they'd go back home. So I was excited to hear he was going down to that whole area because it brings back a lot of fun memories for me too. So hope they have a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a neat area. If you ever get a chance to go, there's a lot of neat things to do around there.
Never even knew it existed. So
yeah, it's a really cool, it's a very hidden gem of West Texas. I think that area, Marfa and Alpine and Fort Davis. So pretty cool place to go.
Very cool.
And we've done a lot of tent camping there, and they have these javelina pigs, and man, hearing those things go around your tent at night it gives you a little anxiety. Let's put it that way. Those things are mean suckers.
Yeah,
they are.
Anyway. But yeah, and we also have our friend Tim, and we've had Tim on a couple of times. He was at Mancation, but he was also on a couple of times before. I think he talked about the last Mancation episode, things of that sort. But he has a different kind of hobby. And so he just decided that nice enough to give us a little bit of what he would like to do and what he recommended us do in his neck of the woods. So here's Tim.
Hello there, Testosterone fans. My name is Tim. I'm a longtime friend of Noel, Keith, and Steve. We went to college together. Earlier today, I got a message from Keith that said, hey, why don't you make a suggestion about what our fans can do over the long Memorial Day weekend? Well, I'm a huge craft beer fan, and for those of you who are in America, you're probably not too far from a local brewery. That's my suggestion. Pick out some place you'd like to visit and go to a local brewery. I live in the San Antonio, Texas area, and I am a huge fan of a place called Weathered Souls. Not only are the people fantastic there, they do a lot of specialized small batch things. There's also a larger brewery called Freetail that is named after the Mexican Freetail bat that has been around for about 10 years. They have a fantastic selection of beers, including some great IPAs and stouts that they're there year-round. So there we go. If you need something to do over your long weekend, go get a beer. Support a local business. And please, don't forget the reason that we have Memorial Day. Y'all take care.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's in San Antonio. That's the home of Pearl Beer. I don't know why you'd need anything else.
Nothing craft about that.
Nothing craft about that.
Nothing craft about that. That's the truth.
I think if it ages long enough, you can make a craft out of it. But
It's like recommending Natural Light or something.
It's the same idea.
This guy I used to water ski with back when I was young. He was a World War II veteran. He taught me how to ski, and I mean he was 70 years old when he was teaching me, and when he was skiing, he could out ski me, and I was 21, 22 years old. And this has Pearl beer in it. That's the way the story is. Just hang in there. It's coming. But anyway, so we'd go water ski, and then we'd get back in his car, and we're going home, and he'd be like, "Hey, you want a beer?" And I'm sure, I'll have an open container while we're driving home. But you're 72, whatever. So I'm not going to say no to that. And so Pearl beer, and he whips Pearl beer out of his cooler and everything, and yeah, it was pretty awful. But I got to tell you, after water skiing and everything, it tasted pretty dang good. But man, that is some rough stuff, man.
You have got to be parched after a day of water skiing to think that was awesome. So
it trust me, it's an acquired taste, man.
Yeah, totally.
But oof,
I can imagine.
Well, guys, I can tell you what I'm not doing this weekend, and it's hanging curtains. One of my favorite things to not do. We got that done today. So we have the in-laws coming to visit, and so you know what? It's perfectly fine to not have them when it's just the two of us. But as soon as visitors come, then we got y'all know this. The house has to look like a place that people don't actually live in.
Yeah,
and
right.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll probably do a little bit of deep cleaning, all that stuff.
course,
But yeah, we got the curtains out of the way. So
Oh, well, congratulations. So what are they? Are they also like bright light canceling and heavy duty, or what's the situation?
Yeah, they are blackout curtains. Yeah, they are recycled. They're not a new purchase, thank goodness. They're
Nice.
recycled from our Juneau house. So
all right.
So at least it's not like we went out and bought some more curtains. So
Well,
speaking
that
of
is good.
to get this guest room ready for the in-laws, we had to basically this guest bedroom turned into my wife's second closet or her closet room. So
room.
I went ahead to buy some plastic totes, and so like all the old curtains are in there. I filled 2 plastic totes full of old curtains.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I mean, we've only been married for like 15 months, and we already got that. She has this rack that hangs on the wall that she said she wanted to have up that just holds all her scarves. I filled a tote full of scarves.
Wow.
Does she use scarves every day in the winter kind of thing?
Pretty consistently, yes. It's she has like 14 shades of gray scarves, and
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, don't you have 4 just like that? But,
Man, that's
yeah. So
impressive.
Well, the good thing is that curtains only have to be hung once until
True.
Then
we move
they
again.
don't normally get switched out weekly.
True.
But
yeah. So here's like here's how I've sort of curbed the frequency of curtain hanging is that I get real cranky during it.
Good move.
And act sort of childish a little bit because she's not handing me the right tool or whatever. And so I'm like, come on, we've done this. I'm like,
you make it as unpleasant as possible.
Exactly. I'm like, come on, this isn't the first time we've done this. We've done this like at least 14 other times. So we should have this down by now, babe. I need the screwdriver. I need the anchor. I need the hardware. Come on.
You better be careful where that screwdriver goes, man.
Yeah. And I feel comfortable telling her about this because this podcast is falling way off my wife's radar. And
that's good.
So yeah,
Very
I mean,
good.
if she hears about this, it's because one of y'all gave me up.
No,
we all have a code that will never happen.
Well, we can't
And
give
I'm
you
talking
up
to our
because then
listeners as well.
Yeah, you can't give you up because then you would give us up.
We're all in trouble.
Yeah,
we're all in this together, man.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on a successful, quasi-successful angry Kurt hang.
Yes,
curtain
yeah. It was pleasantly unpleasant. So,
Well, this has been a Testosterone breaking news minute.
thank you.
Yes. And now we return to your regularly scheduled podcast.
Yeah. Well done. So I'm reading a little bit of history about Memorial Day. Did you know that it reaches as far back to the late 1860s? And Americans in various towns and cities began holding springtime tributes to countless fallen soldiers, decorating their graves with flowers and reciting prayers. And that's kind of where Memorial Day got started.
Huh.
I didn't know that. I thought it was more about the World War II time. So that was new to me. And then I also found out what am I reading here? Every Memorial Day, there is supposed to be a national moment of remembrance at 3:00 p.m. local time. So don't know why that time is there, but I didn't know that there was actually supposed to be a moment of silence during that day. Did y'all know that?
Did not know.
Yeah. So some little fun facts for Memorial Day. That's pretty cool. So
I just did a Google search for Memorial Day, and the first thing that came up was an ad for a Sleep Number mattress. Thanks a lot.
I
Sleep
typed
Number.
Memorial Day, and the first thing that popped up was Memorial Day sales.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we can see where that the commercialization of everything is here.
That's
it's
right.
amazing. So
I think before I understood the meaning of Memorial Day, I didn't understand why somebody would say Happy Memorial Day,
right,
because it seems like an oxymoron.
it kind of does.
But the truth of it is that without Memorial Day, there's really not a lot there's not a lot of happiness going on. You know what I mean? For America, especially.
Yeah.
That's for sure, man. You're absolutely right. We wouldn't have what we've got, and we wouldn't be able to complain about what we got if it wasn't,
if it wasn't for Memorial Day.
Sacrifice of a lot of awesome people.
Yeah,
So
That's
Totally.
right. That's right.
So yeah, but I mean, the fun thing is, and it is truly the American way. Let's celebrate by having fun and while we're remembering people. So I think it's a good blend. I really am thankful that we've got a good day. I like that it starts off most of the time school being done, so you can really celebrate everything. Take time, it's time to take with your families, like you're doing, Noel. It's fun to do, and at the same time, you gotta pay some respects to why you get to do those things. So it's a good time. I really enjoy Memorial Day. Labor Day always just makes me feel like it's the buzzkill when school starts. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But Memorial Day, it seems like the start to good things. You know what I mean? So
that's right. It's positioned at the exact right time.
It really is.
Although Labor Day is the start of football season typically.
Yeah. See, when you're in the workforce, it's not as big a buzzkill as when you were in school. You know what I mean?
That's very true.
That means that we're doing some more Pick 5 challenges. I'm pretty sure.
You bet.
Yeah,
you bet.
Can you believe that's right around the corner?
Yeah, I think it's 100 days from today.
Yeah,
golly,
first tech football game. So
that's hard to believe. Yeah.
I'm going to have a senior in high school next year, guys.
that just makes
and
you
a freshman.
I don't know. So did she ever decide when you were going through all those colleges? Did she ever make a decision?
She's got it narrowed down to just those three. Okay. But I have a feeling she's leaning pretty heavily towards SFA, if I had to guess.
Okay.
So
I think it's a cool campus. It really is.
It is. It's close. It's close to where we're at, and it's got a really good school for she wants to be a nurse and stuff, and they've got a really good nursing school, and I think that's where she's going to go. I think
that'd be good.
She really likes it. Yeah. So
it's far enough away, but close enough to home.
Yeah, I mean, if she has a really bad day, I can zip up there and take her out to dinner and then be home.
Right. No matter where she goes, she'll have a good experience here. So that's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start that here this summer. So oh my gosh, it's we're already planning things. We're getting those college letters in the mail. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of fun. We got this one. I got to give shout out Notre Dame. All right, they gave us this puzzle, right, and it's like this puzzle where you build things that are around the Notre Dame campus. So like they have Touchdown Jesus, they have the football stadium, all sorts of different things in there. And then you can get on Instagram and do a hashtag. Like after you put this puzzle together, you can, hashtag your puzzle with you in the picture. So it's a pretty smart marketing move for probably not too expensive, And
that's pretty cool.
That's actually been our favorite of all of the marketing things that the schools have done. So I got to give Notre Dame kudos for that, because she had never thought of that school before, but now she's like, that's a cool school, Yeah. So I'm like, that's pretty neat. So it was funny because we're like, okay, now we have to research touchdown Jesus, really funny. So yeah, so those things are fun. So I'm excited to see those start to roll in. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Anyway,
you're getting old.
I tell you, what is going on? I'm glad that you're still young, man, because I mean, it's has your dog gotten any college cards?
He got a letter from Bark U the other day. And
Bark U. I think maybe Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah. He's sort of leaning towards the Bulldogs.
Okay.
He sort of likes Washington. So he's a Husky fan. Okay. So yeah.
That's fine. As long as there's no stupid cats, no badgers, no cats.
That's right.
Yeah.
No collies of any kind.
No.
Both were like,
no school to maroon.
That's right. Oh, we picked right up on that one.
Yeah, you wrote it.
That shows the value of the Pick 5 challenge. We know all these schools and their mascots now.
I know. We're so far ahead of everybody else in this knowledge. Yeah. Hey, I was thinking.
Every time. Yes, Keith. You were thinking.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
I was thinking. Whoever invented the knock knock joke should get a Nobel Prize.
I think that's a repeat joke. No.
Is it?
It feels familiar to me.
In my back of my head, I was worried about that.
I can't prove it.
Man. When I was younger, I felt like a man trapped in a woman's body.
Oh yeah,
and then I was born.
Oh man,
we're not supposed to be political on this show. So
yeah, nice.
sorry.
That was actually pretty
Yeah,
good.
that was good.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys hear about the pessimist who hates German sausage?
The pessimist that hates German sausage. No.
Yeah, he always fears the worst.
All right.
That's good.
Hey,
That's good.
here's another one for you. When does a joke become a dad joke?
I've heard this. I don't remember.
When it's fully grown.
Yes.
GROAN,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah. Well, we specialize in that one.
for sure.
Yes, we do.
So how do crazy people go through the forest?
How do crazy people go through the forest? I don't know.
They take the psychopath. Not sure how PC that one is either, but whatever.
Leave it in.
It's going to offend all the psychos out there.
Yeah.
You know, I hate it when people say age is only a number, because age is clearly a word.
That's a Noel special, man.
Yeah, I read that one. I'm like, oh, that one's getting said tonight.
That's a good one.
I wish I could tell the one I told y'all before the show started, but I can't.
I know it's frustrating, but that's a good one. Okay,
Yeah.
I've got one more. All
right.
So a grasshopper walks into a bar and takes a look at the menu. The bartender notices him and says, "Hey, we've got a drink named after you." The grasshopper looks up, surprised, and says, "You've got a drink named Bernard?" It's a lot funnier in my head.
Yeah.
Please tell me somebody else can do better. Please, let's not finish on that one.
Hey guys, where do robots go for fun?
I don't know.
The circuits.
Okay, that's a good one. That's strong.
I found a really good site. I'm bookmarking this one now.
You got some good material for the future?
Yep.
Nice.
At least for 2 more weeks.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm going to have to go digging because my site is terrible. So, yeah, I'm going to have to find something better. Yeah.
The worst are like the Reader Digest sites.
Oh, yeah.
Those are like the corniest, worst jokes ever.
They are painful. Some of those. You're like, and I'm moving on. We are going to have this out. We're recording this Thursday night, and I plan on launching it Thursday night. So we'll have everything to enjoy for Memorial Day. Hope everybody has a good time. If you're doing something special, send us a message. Let us know. Remember our email is info@testosteronepodcast.com. And you can always send us something on Instagram, Twitter, our Facebook page. But we'd love to hear what you guys do for Memorial Day. If you've got some special traditions, let us know. And again, we are going to say as much fun as we're going to have. Let's not forget why we get to have it.
We was said earlier in the show, just have fun, stay out of trouble, and enjoy the weekend. But don't forget why we celebrate. And it is certainly a celebration as we honor those that give their lives for the things that we have and the life that we can all have here as Americans.
It's an honor to live in a country where people are willing to sacrifice their lives for your freedom. And I think we often don't slow down enough to think about that and appreciate that. And so I hope, to your point and everybody's point is, let's remember that first. That's why this weekend exists. And the good times, parties on the lake, all that stuff, those should be second place to honoring everybody else that gave that sacrifice for us. So, thank you to those that have served, those currently serving, and those we've lost.
That's for sure, man. And we will catch you on episode 63.
Yes.
Peace out.
Peace out. Talk to y'all next time. I feel like we can't end without that.
I was waiting for it.
I just love that.
Isn't it good?
Yes.
And cut.
Hey, thanks again for listening to the Testosterone Zone. We sure had a blast visiting with you. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe, leave us some feedback, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
All Testosterone Podcast episodes are written and produced by Noel, Keith, and Steve unless otherwise noted.
The opinions expressed in the Testosterone Podcast are our own and not those of our employers, families, parents, kids, dogs, cats, your mom, or any other entity Noel, Keith, or Steve are affiliated with now, in the past, or in the future, or ever.
Well, welcome back, everybody. This is
This is what happens. This is what happens when we sleep through a couple of weeks.
I know it's been forever.
Yeah.
So welcome, everybody.
I'm going to laugh at that probably more than anything else.
I know, right?
Breaking news thing is hilarious.
That's awesome. So that's really hilarious. That thing gets me going. Breaking news.
Do it again.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, that breaking news.
Give me one of those goppers.
Hey, one of them goppers. You want them goppers? Jump off a bridge. Get one of them goppers. I'm going out there and go fish and catch me a big fish on my brother. Send that video out there to the Nature Channel. Get on the TV. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like this is the part where I would say, I'm going to edit that out.
No, that's like the outro right there.
I know, right? It really is. Oh.